Hey everybody, and welcome to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Jesse Showalter, and we are kicking off week 2 of the XD Daily Creative Challenge. We got Sam Peterson moderating in the chat already, and it's a good Monday. Wherever you are, I hope you're also having a fantastic Monday. Just make sure everything's working with the stream. Everything should be going all right. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you come on over and join us on Behance. That's where you can actually engage, ask questions, have all sorts of fun. I know that this morning I had one of the most delicious coffees I may have ever had in my life. It was cinnamony, espresso-y, and vanilla-y all at the same time. What's your favorite Monday morning drink? Let me know in the chat right down here. I would love to hear that from you. We got Colleen joining us in the chat. Diva, let me know where you're coming from as well, because Tiago is coming from Toronto. Anahit is here, Tia's here, I'm here, we're hanging out and having a blast. Let me know where you're coming from, what your favorite Monday morning drink is here on the XD Daily Creative Challenge. All right, so let's kick over. People just saying hello in the chat. Hello to you as well, Joe. Excited to have you there. Are you new to the XD Challenge? It's your first time? Are you a return customer? Are you a repeat offender of the XD Daily Creative Challenge? That is the question. Hey, if you're new and you're wondering what is the XD Daily Creative Challenge, let's talk about it real quick. It's a way to build your skills, your UI and UX design skills using Adobe XD in 9 challenges. We did 4 challenges last week in an intro. This week we're doing 5 more Monday through Friday challenges. You can catch it every day, same time, same place, right here. You're gonna receive a challenge. We scroll down, we can see all these lovely challenges that we've had so far. We've done burger builders, we've done space applications, we've done all sorts of stuff. And today we're doing a campsite finder because it's summer and me and my family have been enjoying camping quite a bit. I'll tell you what, Colleen might know because they're coming from Central Coast, California. Julia's from Germany. She says coffee, coffee, coffee. Cornelian says hello. Tiago says coffee for sure. Black coffee for Joe. No sugar, no cream. That's the way to do it. All right, lots of people joining us. And if you are joining us and you want to get the starting file for today's stream, you can get that by pressing Get Started right here. That URL is behance.net/challenge/XD. And here's where you'll find all of your stuff. You're going to join the community chat, not just the live chat, but the community chat over on Discord. On Discord, the Adobe XD Discord server, over 36,000 creatives. And if you're looking on how to join, you're just gonna hit this little URL right here. Sam Peterson will probably post that in the chat for you as well, because he is convenient and awesome and amazing and moderating our chat today. Everybody give Sam Peterson a little emoji hands, thumbs up, something like that. That'd be nice. And so that's what we are doing. Over here on Discord is where we are not only going to be reviewing work, but if you want your work reviewed, you can post it here in Discord or on Behance, and then we'll be reviewing that each day here on the daily show, and again, sharing your work. If you want to get started, hit that big blue button that says Get Started with the Challenge or Chatting with the Community. All right, if you have your starting file, that's it. We're ready to get going. Challenge number 5, XD Daily Creative Challenge. Let's go. Joe says he's a repeat offender of the XD Daily Creative Challenge. That is a good thing to be here. So, all right, everyone's coming in from the chat. Hello from Warsaw. Hello from all over the place. This is amazing. Somebody said coffee. Tia said coffee with hazelnut. I like that. A little bit about our challenge today. We're going to be designing that interface for a campsite finder. They should be able to search a map and arrange their trips, okay? Also, we want to use scroll groups and stacks to let users pan the area and rearrange campsites. Okay, that's the idea. And we have our starting file over here. It's a 19 by 20 kind of website size artboard. And there may be a few less things on your artboard. I went in and added a few more things just so we could save ourselves some time. Like for instance, I have this nice fake little branding for our application called Campy, and a little navigation bar with an avatar. Got a bunch of assets to build a card out of, and we have some sort of big banner down here that we might want to turn on or off. And then we have our giant map of Texas where I am located, and a little bit of a control to zoom in and zoom out. Hello from Boston from Chris Lena. Hello back to you. Excited that you're here. Jump in the starting file, maybe follow along now or open it up later. Just take it all in now and follow along later. Whatever you like to do. Let's get started. We're going to start building out a little bit more interface here. And the first thing we're going to do, let's just start off and let's just blow minds. I think that's the first thing we should do. Like 1 minute into the design portion of the stream, let's just blow some minds. We have let's see. Let's do this. Let's grab everything on the left-hand side first. This won't be the mind-blowing part, but let's group it together. And let's call this left column. Okay, and then let's group the other assets. Whoa, not that. We don't even need that anymore. Let's group these assets together and call this right column. Okay, we're going to open up our right column, which is our map and our control, and we want to hit that little map section. It's literally just a shape, and inside the shape we've masked an image of our map. If I double click on that, you can see it's much larger. Well, I would love to kind of interactively pan around this map to kind of like show this interactive map area where we can see different things happening. Let's do that, okay? So to do that, we're literally just gonna grab the map. We're gonna come over to our properties panel, and you can see we can make a horizontal, vertical, or both scroll group. We're gonna hit both, horizontal and vertical, and you'll see what's happened is immediately Adobe XD is very smart. It's tried to be very smart for us, and it's given us constraints of our pannable area, okay? We want this to go all the way down to the bottom though, so don't worry, it was stopping right at the top of our interface element right there. We don't want that. But you can see that we can stop it from panning past certain areas, and if I double click, we still have all of that extra map out there. What does that mean? Well, when we press our little play for our preview of our, of our thingamahoo, we should be able to pan. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take these out of the right column really quickly. Let's see if how's that work? Pretty good? Okay, not so good. I don't know what I did wrong here. Let's fix it again. We're going to just get rid of this scroll group. Let's get rid of it like that. I'm just going to start from scratch. When you're doing a stream and you mess something up, it's always awesome. All right, let's just drag our map back in, nice and big like so. Okay, bueno, so far so good. And again, let's try to make a scrollable area out of it. Just bring it to the constraints here. We're gonna move that underneath our zoom controls. Hopefully it works this time. Let's see, what did we do wrong? And we're gonna press play, and now we should be able to pan around. So I literally just drug the image inside, hit both vertical and horizontal scroll group, and I still have all of this space out here. I can set what's gonna be the kind of standard spot. I can stretch it out even more if I'd like to, and then press play, and we are able to now pan around and control all of that interaction, which is pretty cool. I like it, I dig it, I'm super into it, okay? While we're here, why don't we create some little hotspots on the map that people would actually want to tap on and figure things out. If you want to learn more about this, I'm always sorry, I'm going to interrupt everything because there's a question, and I love questions, and we're down to answer questions during the challenge. Chris says, I'm still not sure if I want to learn to be a UI or UX designer, but I love Jesse's fun teaching style. Thank you, appreciate that. If it's one person that's going to turn you on to XD, it's me. That's fantastic. That's not a question. That's just a praise. I appreciate that. I thought it was a question, but thank you so much. That's super kind of you. Okay. Why don't we, inside of our scroll group, I'm going to hit E for ellipse. I'm going to drag a little circle out. Okay. And I'm going to come into that circle, and I'm going to take the border off, and I'm going to fill it with an accent color just like so. Let's put it right there. And then let's take T for text, and we'll put a number right there. We probably don't want it to be green. That's horrible contrast. Let's let it be white, just like that. So there's some nice punchy contrast. Let's take both of them together. And first, before we do anything else, let's make sure we are center aligned and use our alignment tools. Press Command or Control K on the whole thing, and this is our new little number component, okay? Or let's call it hotspot component. Pretty cool. Now in our components thing, our components menu or assets panel, we can pull out lots of these, and we can drop them on certain areas and just update the number just like so. Let's just do another one here. Pretty good. Let's do another one maybe over here. Okay, so we could add lots and lots of these, but the point is, the real important thing is that it's inside the scroll group, so that when I preview it, it's scrolling along with it. But you notice our zoom in and zoom out controls aren't, because that's not part of the scroll group. Very important. Let's keep doing a little bit of interface design, and let's build this card over here. We'll do a little repeat grid and some stack action, all right? So we got this little, what are we calling these things? We're calling this a filter. We're not gonna include that in our card, but we're gonna put this whole thing together. I'm gonna grab all of the assets that are in this little group of interface components, and I'm gonna go ahead and press Command or Control K. I'm gonna make a component out of this. Let's go into our assets, and we'll just call this card, like so. And we have it now called card. Pretty good. What do we want to do? We want to establish stacks on this. How do you do it? Go over to the properties panel. See our little thing we can turn on for stacks here? I'm going to turn it on, and we either have a vertical stack or horizontal stack. We want a vertical stack. What that's going to allow us to do is click inside of our card, of our actual component, and we can move these areas around, okay, and easily drop things back and forth. Now, why is that important? Well, you're going to see later. We're going to do stacks inside of stacks, but right away, if we want to change the padding from something, we can just grab that padding, similar to a repeat grid, or we can hold Shift and affect all the padding everywhere. Pretty cool stuff. I'm into it. I like it. I like it a lot. So we'll rework a little bit of this padding. We definitely want this less padding there and maybe a little bit more padding there, okay? That's pretty cool. And also what's really great about this is if you copy and paste a second, if you do something else, like another image. Let's see, where is our image? Here's our image. If we do another one, it's gonna add it to the stack and it's gonna keep the same padding throughout my stack. Pretty cool. Let's do a stack inside of a stack though. This will be fun. So next thing I wanna do is I'm gonna click back inside of that element, okay? And we have these little icons down here. Let's call these, just name that group icons, and let's implement the stack on it as well. Adobe XD knows that it's a horizontal stack. What does this mean? This means that we can rearrange these elements as well, and it keeps the padding. Maybe I want a little bit more padding for all of them, which I do. I can do that, okay? But I can also just rearrange them without worrying about my spacing and keeping the consistency there. This is gonna come into play in a minute, and you're gonna see why. You're gonna dig it, I promise. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is we need to worry about filling this whole area. So why don't we use a repeat grid, and then we'll do a little bit of master component editing. I'm gonna press, let's see, Command or Control R. I'm gonna make a repeat grid, and I'm gonna drag this out to the end of the card. So I have two of them. That's overlapping. We don't want that, but you'll see in a second how we fix that. And then I'm gonna drag a bunch of copies down past the edge of my artboard. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. I promise it's going to be okay. Let's take, this is our master inside of here, okay? Let's take the card, and why don't we just fix it a little bit until we get right sizing the way that we like it. I'm kind of digging that. And now what we want to do is, we're in our repeat grid. We want to affect our, we want to take this little line that's there in as well. There you go, everything's lining up. We're going to select our repeat grid. Let's mess with the padding here. Okay, great. And again, when we click on a repeat grid, it is measuring way out there. Okay, so we don't need all of that excess. Okay, so let's drag that in. We'll just keep messing with the padding, lining these things up nicely. Maybe we want to do a little less padding on our tag. Let's just even those out. And what I love is it's making those changes everywhere. Oh, excuse me, as long as we do it on the master. Whew, almost messed that up. Let's make sure that we're doing everything on the master so we're keeping our space, okay? And just making all those changes. It's making them to the rest of our cards, grabbing our entire repeat grid here and resizing. We're just playing. We're just having some fun right now. Okay, so that looks like pretty decent spacing. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more vertical spacing for all of these. Repeat grid, you're crushing it. And you think repeat grids are crushing it like that, watch this little trick. I love this. I have my images throughout. I'm gonna open up my assets and I'm gonna grab a bunch of images. I'm gonna drag multiple images into the one, and XD is gonna populate. Whoa, watch out now. It didn't populate. What did I do wrong? Maybe I did something wrong. Hold on. Drag it into this guy. Nope, still doing something wrong. Oh, you know what I need to do? I realized I'm making a stupid mistake right now. I'm gonna grab the card and I'm going to, let's ungroup the component. Okay, so the rest of these aren't all the same component. And now let's do it. It's in a repeat grid. Okay, components inside of a repeat grid are going to honor what you tell it to do. I don't want that, so I'm gonna ungroup the component. Pretty cool. All right, so now we have different images, but did you know you can use text? I forget that all the time. We have these names of all these campsites, and I have a little text file right here, just basic simple text, not fancy text, and they're all just spaced out on different lines. I'm gonna drag that in, and it updates all of them to be different names. Pretty cool. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the locations. I have campsite locations. Let's drag that in. Boom, it updated all of my copy. Pretty sweet. I'm super into it. Ugh, I love repeat grid. So fun. All right, now that we have that all set up, let's drag this repeat grid area down, and let's do a little bit of action over here. We're running out of time, so I want to hurry up. So we have this little filter thing. Why don't we do a component out of it? Let's drag it over. We're going to use stacks again in a second, but because this is now an instance of our component, we can edit it. So why don't we do this? Why don't we, instead of it being like that, let's have some variations of these where we just have some light versions. And instead of it saying glamping, I did a little trick, and if you want to see a really cool hack, I did to space everything out like consistently. I put the name of it in and then just spaced out and used a different font for my X. So it's a little bit stylized, but it has this padding on. So no matter how long the title is for our little filter, we still get similar padding, which is kind of fun. I'm into it. So let's do this. Let's go swimming. Okay, pretty cool. And then let's take all three of them. Let's grab all three of these little filters, group them together, turn on the stack, and that way we can come back in later on in our design file and rearrange those. Stacks to the rescue. Come on, stacks. You were rocking my world here. Let's go 76 results, something like that. And we'll do 76 results in, and then we'll do a separate piece of text over here, Central Texas. Okay, let's go like that, and let's change this to be a nice light one, and let's do a line underneath it, doing a little bit of an interface element, kind of fun. This would be like our searchable area. Let's do this darker color, kind of fun. And I tell you what, let's actually change these to be this blue color, and we'll make this other one the blue color, and we'll bring that down. I like that. Let's use some more of these accent colors. These are fun. How's everybody doing on this design so far? We digging it? We into it? I hope so. I'm having fun with it. Okay, let's grab all of those elements, group them together, and call it search like that. I don't know if it's as much a search as it is. I don't really know. That's okay. Let's grab all of these though. We're gonna make sure, let's close our right column. What do we got here? We got lots of groups. We got a repeat grid, right? And then what's this one? This is our filters. And then we have our search. Let's make sure, let's put all three of these together. Let's make another scroll group out of that, but just a vertical one. Okay, so we just hit that vertical mark there, and it's gonna tell me where I want it to scroll. I want it to scroll all the way up. And as long as I have my top bar and my bottom bar above things, it's gonna scroll down past them, okay? Which is gonna be kind of nice. Let's go in here and let's scroll through all of our results. Pretty cool, pretty fun, digging that. And then if you don't like the little banner, you can take that out if you want to. I'm kind of digging it. I think it brings a little bit of realism there because there's gonna be some sort of ad guaranteed, monetizing the design guaranteed, super fun. But then we have all of our, inside of our scroll group, we have our repeat grid. I think now that we're done with it, we should maybe remove it, ungroup it from the grid. We have everything we want there, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's close all of them up. These are all of our different things. Let's stack them like that. And now we should be able to rearrange them. I thought maybe we could. Oh, you know what? I probably have to group them together first. Okay, let's call these our cards, just like that. And then let's stack them vertically, all the things inside of it vertically. Can we move them? I don't know. I think I'm messing it up. I wonder if you can do a stack and a scroll group at the same time. I might not be able to do that, but that's okay. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I'm actually going to move this little banner and get it out of the way. Okay. Oh, let's do one more fun little thing. let's go back. Actually, I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to put all those back in the repeat grid. This will be fun. Since we have it as a repeat grid, right? We should be able to actually affect all of these instances. And because these are stacks, we can say this one has bathrooms and swimming, but we just take the opacity down. Whoop. Let's get it out of this repeat grid. I always mess it up. But so we can just affect a little bit of this. It doesn't have hiking. And this one, for instance, you could be like, this one does have swimming, but it doesn't have bathrooms, right? Swimming and hiking, but it doesn't have bathrooms. So we're just mixing up some of the content. We can come in and change all of those little guys, but let's look at our prototype one more time, and then we'll have a little bit of time to take a look at some submissions from the work that you're doing. So pretty cool. I'm digging it. Lots of fun. You could, if you wanted to, use these instead of as main navigation items. You could make these anchor links and do a little bit of the anchor link challenge we were doing the other day. But that's it. Pretty fun. Scroll up and down in here, kind of pan around in here and find the different areas. Really cool. And then we can do some really fun auto animating where we hover over here, do some transitions, some component states. That could be really, really cool. Hey, if you want some more information, Sam Peterson is putting a great resource inside of the chat called letsxd.com/what's new. And so if you want to learn about scroll groups in about 45 seconds, Howard Pinsky has put some awesome things about scroll groups and stacks. You can just watch these little bite-sized snackable pieces of content right there about Adobe XD. That's letsxd.com. It's a great site. But with that being said, let's take a look at a few submissions from our last challenge that came on Friday. We were building a little bit of a Minecraft website, and we used anchor links to navigate around quickly. This one is from Diva Mitchell, and we have kind of a fun little, maybe this is a video game or something cool like that, but we have a prototype, a video that we can watch here. Let's check it out. Cool. I like the kind of embossed style on the buttons, and you're carrying that style through the rest of it. Really, really cool. Let's make this full screen so we can kind of check it out. And then back to top. See, the back to top is a classic way to do it. You just hit the Marauder, goes down to the Marauder. Fun. Super nice. I wish actually what I would have done is on my Minecraft one, if you guys were there for the challenge, I would have made it kind of like a side anchored nav bar. So it's always kind of out of the way and it's static as you scroll down. So maybe consider that, adding like kind of an anchored or fixed side nav. That could be really fun, but good job, Diva. This one is from Jonathan, and he's been tracking along and putting all of his work in one combined project in Behance. Totally consider doing that. It's really fun to see, I would think, for an employer or for a client to see multiple things that you've done in 1 week. There's the burger builder, the galaxy one, but this one's really cool. Let's check out this awesome like kind of animation. Ooh, I got to say the name. Who's doing this one? This is, that's right, Jonathan. Sorry, I already said that. Let's go back down. We don't want to miss any of this cool animation that he's doing. Timed animation, I would expect. Really good stuff, and he's placed things in certain ways so it looks like parallax. Really, really cool. Just good use of white space. Really clean. I love the card view. It's a little bit Xboxy, very techy, very game. I love it. Super fun. Really engaging and fun. As you scroll down, things kind of pop into view. I love that one from Jonathan. That's great. And this one is from Mo. I'm going to murder this last name, but it's Fatholahi. I apologize. It's a great last name. I just don't know how to say it. But this is, again, a little bit of a Game of Thrones themed Minecraft website. Love that. I love these pieces, actually. Really fun use of the shape and then masking the image into the shape. And we have a little bit of an animated preview here or prototype. Check the, oh, see, there it is. There's the side anchored navigation. It stays out of the way, tucked over to one side. You can still navigate back and forth to all of these. I really like that one. That's a really great usability trick right there. If you're looking for a way to keep people navigating quickly, but not take up too much space right there, that's a great one. We have time for maybe one more. Let's check out the Behance and look and see. This is one from Sudhi, and this is our space challenge where we were doing some scroll groups. Let's see if we can get this one to load. I don't know why it's not, but I do love the design. It's really cute. It's not loading. I don't know why. My internet must be bad, but great work on that one. Just the aesthetic of it. I love the wavy line. So we were going a little left anchored. I like the top anchored. That's a great little iPad app kind of format for kids, especially. Let's look. Here's a burger builder from Aga that has a milkshake choice. We moved away from the burger. We went a little healthier. We went to the smoothie. But for some reason, again, my internet is just dying and I cannot load this one. I'm so sorry. I want to see it so badly too. It's really, really good. Well, that's it for the day. Let's look at the schedule and see what else is coming up. Let's see. Yep. So we just got done with Paul Singe, and then right before that, Julia Masalska with the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. And then coming up next, right after here, after I am up, is we have Design in the Dark with Andrew and Logan. So stick around for that. Lots of great content coming here on Behance each and every day. Good luck with your projects and building your campground finder. I hope you guys enjoyed today's challenge. Submit your stuff inside of Discord and on Behance using the hashtag XD Daily Challenge. We can find it there as well. Keep designing, keep having fun, and keep pushing your skill set and challenging yourself to make amazing things. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the XD Daily Creative Challenge. See you guys later.